Links TV, the leading experience.
Welcome once again, viewers, to K-Links TV on your favorite program, Trending National Issues. I'm Abimbola Makile. Today, the topic today is on the new appointed Chief Justice of Nigeria and the comments of former President Olusegun Obasanjo on his running mate. Before we move on, we'll be right back.
K-Links TV, the leading experience.
Yeah, we're back now. Like I said, our topic today.
And it's a pleasure, always a pleasure to be here with you.
You're welcome. How the new CJ recently, he was sworn in. Justice Oluwakayode Ariwola was sworn in by the president, #1 citizen, President Muhammadu Buhari. That was following the resignation of Justice Ibrahim Tanko based on health issues. Yeah. The new acting CJ will be the third CJ to be appointed by this present administration, the administration being led by President Muhammadu Buhari. And he's from Oyo State, from Iseyin, Oyo State. Just a little lowdown, a brief about him. He's from Oyo State, from Iseyin. He was born 1958. But there are challenges. The reason why there are a lot of challenges concerning the judiciary system in Nigeria. Yeah. The judiciary system in Nigeria has been faced with different kinds of problems, which Nigerians will want to see if the new CJ, though acting, will be able, has the capability to solve some of the problems. Let me say some of the problems which you also are aware of. Some of the problems people used to talk about are delayed court cases. That court cases take so much time before judgments are given, and these has been some of the issues that people are worried about. Can you give us from your own angle, how do you see the new CJ and his capability? Do you see him coming out to break the jinx? Because I think he should break the jinx of these delayed cases, court cases.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's nice to hear that there's a new CJ in town. And how I look at it is this. How I will look at it is this. There are great level or measure of expectations for the judiciary in Nigeria. If you understand what I'm trying to talk about. And I don't know why all of a sudden CJs will resign before their time. A lot of rumors. When they do that, they give room to a lot of rumors.
But he said on health issues, that's based on health issues.
All of them always.
Are you doubting the health issues?
That's not the rumors that are going around. Some of us feel that in every rumor
there must be an element of truth.
An element of truth. But coming down to what you have raised, the issue you are raising, that what will this man have the capacity to deal with the issue of delayed justice? that is the order of the day in Nigeria? Well, the truth of the matter is that when you don't have a judiciary that deals with the issue of justice quickly, then it is not satisfactory enough. You know, there's an adage which says that delayed justice justice delayed is like no justice at all. For these reasons, I will expect that the judiciary, because he cannot act alone, it's very important that he provides a sound leadership for the judiciary in Nigeria. They have to be bold, and they have to be exemplarily courageous, so that they will be able to deliver justice, and should not care, or should care less whose God
Ox is God.
Ox is God. So these are great challenges in the Nigeria that we are living today, where even clergymen are not safe. I don't know how intimidated he could become in the face of intimidation.
Intimidation could be from the
political ruling
class.
From the society. It could be religious, because look at the little issue of hijab that the Supreme Court decided a few days back. And from that time, there's a trending lawyer going around wearing every manner of regalia to church. I mean,
traditional, like a traditionalist.
To the courts, insisting that in another way, he's trying to tell that he's in disagreement, showed his disagreement with the ruling of the Supreme Court. So
that everybody has the freedom to wear any attire
because of
the judgment. That means the judgment seems to be confusing, or
of course, I'm sure that's not the intention of the honorable court, Supreme Court.
But he stated it as they said everybody has the right to go along as a Nigerian in attires that befits or is religious, whatever. So he said, okay, I can come to court in this attire too. So is it not confusing, sort of?
That's what he's implying by the judgment of the Supreme Court, his own interpretation of it. But to get back to the issue of
the new CJ.
The expectation on the judiciary in Nigeria is so high, and I wouldn't want to say that a lot of people believe that they've not been living up to expectations. We had news. We have stories of corruption, and even the last two judges, CJs. Are rumored
alleged to
be under
even the present one, the former, not the present one, sorry, the one that just left. He had cases, he had bruises with 14 justice.
That's another issue entirely. The 14 other judges of the Supreme Court are insisting that he's not been providing good leadership for them.
Yes, they are
not in terms with it.
There are allegations of corruption, allegations of their welfareism as well. Yes. Can we? We can also see that there have been an allegation. If we are talking about not allegation, if we are talking about the performance of justices in Nigeria, in the judiciary, the former, how will you see this? A former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, OCJ Okocha, son, senior advocate of Nigeria, recently in his reaction to the resignation of the Justice Tanko. He said, while sympathizing with him on his health issues, wishing him quick recovery and long life, he made and he said, but these allegations, they are weighty allegations against him that NJC, the Nigerian National Judicial Commission, will look into it. It won't be swept under the carpet. That's one. And further, he came out to point it out that the judiciary itself, not him, the former, the immediate past to the Justice Ibrahim Tanko.
Okay.
That is Justice Walter Ononge.
Okay.
He made the allegation that the judiciary is poorly funded. He said justices are living in poor conditions. He said they are still living in rented accommodations in Abuja. He said even the chambers, all these things are, he's saying that the judiciary itself is not being funded by the federal, the government of the day. And he's saying that it is still like that, it has been like that. He said since 2008, where they had a welfare packages, they did something to upgrade the welfare of justice. It hasn't been looked into till today. Now, is that saying that if care is not taken, soon high courts of this country will turn to glorify courts? That you will just find out that these places are not more than a place that is not befitting. So when we are now talking about competence of this justice, won't we look at what is being provided for them, their welfare, living in unconducive environment? So how will you react to all this from the Chief Justice of Nigeria? How will you see it? Will you see it from your own view? Would it be from the view of the justice or from the side of the government? That's why I'm saying the government from their own side.
Well, the truth must be said that government must provide enabling environment for justice to be delivered appropriately without prejudice of any kind. Nevertheless, I sometimes I laugh when because of what we hear about about judges when they say that they live in rented apartments and so on and so forth. It makes me laugh because well, on a lighter mood now, aren't they the richest Nigerians?
Who?
Nigerian judges.
Judges?
Are they not part of the very rich?
Now, perhaps they are, but I have to look at their salary scale. I have to look at a lot of things you meant by being rich.
Well,
I will have to look at it. But if they stay in, but I'm only saying that
if somebody is saying that they will face interrogation for corruption, then that person is not talking about their salaries.
He didn't talk about their salaries. I'm only saying that if what he's saying is true, won't that encourage kickbacks?
That's exactly what we're trying to say. Perhaps that's the reason
why he says
why he's saying so. Because I mean, there are a lot of insinuations in Nigeria that justice has been perverted. And for me, I think one day if judiciary can go back on some of these cases and review them, I mean, it will bring a lot of honor back to the judiciary.
Then that means the ball is in the court of the new.
And that's the reason why government may not respect them and treat them the way. Is it Tanko now or not?
No, it's Ariwola now.
No, has Alei.
No, it's Onoge.
Yes, Onoge. Because let me tell you, if government can tell a judge do this and the judge is doing that, and it tells the other one do that and they are doing it, they will not respect them. But if in the face of whatsoever difficulty, judges are putting their foot down, irrespective of whose ox will be God, then I tell you, they will begin to respect them. It might even make government
set them on the toes.
And give them the kind of environment that they would need. But what we have today is a different thing.
But we have a new man in the
now that we have,
the saddle. Yeah.
Now that we have a new man, then you can be sure that it's from these premises that every Nigerian will be looking at him.
Yeah, all eyes on him. All eyes on the new CJN now.
And it doesn't take long for him to really show the
presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress.
Okay.
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his congratulatory message to the new Chief Justice of Nigeria, he said he believes in him based on his competence and integrity. That's his antecedents. So he said he should bring all this into the judiciary, at the ends of the judiciary affair. Now we've talked about our new boss at the judiciary, those that will interpret the law. It is how it steers this is the judiciary vehicle that will spell the kind of leadership will tell us the kind of leadership he really has in stock. Now, secondly, there is this political issue now, whereby altercations is about to be brewing. This is about our former president Olusegun Obasanjo, the Ebola of. Based on his recent comment that he regretted, that he almost regretted the kind of running mate that he chose in 1999 towards 1999 presidential election that he won. And he has been, and he did not, in quote, he did not mention names. He didn't mention any name. But Nigerians, they can read the handwriting on the wall.
They are reading between the lines.
They can read between the lines that the only person you must be referring to is the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, who is your running mate in person of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. That's the person you are referring to, because that's the only running mate that you have. This has made the PDP, Walid, the chairman of the board of trustee of the party, to now give the president 48 trustees of the party. That's